Finally got this thing working right, hopefully. Today is Monday. It's almost 2 p.m. Um, I've been messing around with this laptop and this. I was able to record, but then I wasn't able to go live. Um, so I know I missed a week. Cause one week I recorded the whole thing and then found out for some reason it didn't record it. So I had the video, but I didn't have the recording. The one week I had the recording and no video. So this week I'm trying to make sure I got both. Hopefully things they're ready to go. Uh, what is it? Today is Monday. Um, what news we got going? I really would like to have more people tune into some of my other social media platforms, Instagrams. I have 4 Instagrams. I have Next Level, which is the fitness center. I have It's My World, which is the podcast, and I have Sir-Earl One, which is me, and Sir Camelot Distribution, which is our pay site. We always advertise and the different goods that we have: healthy snacks, shoes, workout clothes, bags, gloves, whatever. I have two Facebooks, a ratio 1 to 1, which is of course for the club, and then I have my own Earl Bell. Where I'm always on there. Everything is, I try to always keep it positive. And everything on there is I'll update those daily. And they're always good. I get a lot of emails and comments on it, so I invite people to go on those. That's the 4 Instagrams to Facebooks. I have a LinkedIn, which is under Sir Earl Bell. I have a Snapchat, which is under Sir Earl One. Um, a Tumblr and a TikTok, which are both under Sir Earl One. All right, so very interesting stuff that I put on there. Try to keep it fresh, try to keep it positive. So, I also have a YouTube. It's my World One, which is a YouTube channel which carries this, and we're about to start another YouTube channel, Next Level Fitness, which will demonstrate the different exercises, shopping, cooking, a day in the life. It's gonna have a lot of stuff, good stuff. It's gonna be real good. Um, I I wanted to have it up last week, but my son, in his great wisdom, who he edits the videos and helps me with a lot of different things, he had decided he was going down to Southern to visit his girlfriend, which other than he's been gone since um, Friday. No, he left Saturday morning. And other than when he left to go to college and live down there after he got out, it's probably the longest period of time I've ever not been around my son. Me and my son have been together since he was a baby. Other than, like I say, other than when he left to go to college, he was down there in Carbondale, down by St. Louis. Even after he got out of college, he lived down there for a couple of years. So he was gone good 6 or 7 years, but I went down there a lot to see him. So um, I try not to crowd him too much. Um, he's still a young man, 26, 27. So I try not to, uh, you know, crowd him too much. So um, my podcast today, I decided actually this morning, my podcast today is going to be about life. I read a meme that I posted a while ago, but I ran across it this morning, and it says, "Build a life that you don't need a vacation from." At one point, when I first saw it, it didn't it didn't weigh as well on me. It was just a saying. But now I sit back and I've had a lot of mental and fit spiritual growth in the different habits that I perform every morning, the meditation, the reading, the different things like that. And when I saw it today, it triggered a different meaning, and what I got from it was, I look at my life now. I built a life. I once had a life that was, I didn't. I thought it was just the way it is. Like a lot of people go through life figuring this is just what it is. This is life. Your life is always dictated and decided by the choices that you make. Okay. I was working a job as an auto mechanic that I hated. I was married, and although I loved my wife, my ex-wife now, we just didn't have a great relationship. Well, we argued a lot, we fought a lot. I was drinking and I'm getting high, and I'm doing all these things, thinking this is just life. And I fast forward to today. The wife that I have now, which we've been together 18 years. And I look at, I learned a lot from a previous marriage of a lot of things of what not to do. It's never, nothing is ever one sided. So, if somebody tell you I got divorced because, that bitch was crazy, usually they're not telling you what they did. It's never a one sided situation. So after it was all said and done, after the smoke settled, you start to look at the parts that you played in it. And what I try to do as a person, I try to never repeat the same mistakes that I did then. So in my relationship, um, I give more attention. I work harder probably than anything. But I still try to carve out that time to make sure, because she's very, very supportive, and I carve out that time to make sure I'm just as supportive to her when she needs it, which I didn't do before. I didn't realize it afterwards, but I don't know if it would have made a difference in the outcome of it or not. But I was not a very supportive guy. I was a very, to me, selfish ass. And over the years, as I've gotten older, I've learned to meet in the middle of the road. Most people feel like when you have a spouse, most people feel like an argument is there for you to win. In reality, and write this down or remember it or whatever, in reality, an argument is a disagreement to find a happy medium middle of the road, because she's never going to think like you or agree with you. You're never going to think like her or agree with her. Most of the time we agree just for them to shut up. That's male and female. We may agree, but we don't really believe it. We do it because we don't want to hear your mouth. That's, like I say, that's male and female. We're different people. We're different beings. It doesn't matter if you've been together 50, 60 years. You're still two different people. Two different genders. You have two different sets of belief, and the ideal thing that I found in that is not argue to win, argue to find. You're gonna have disagreements. They're gonna happen, and that is to find a happy meeting in the middle, happy meeting of the road. And the only way that you're gonna do that is to learn you, who you are, what you stand for, and honesty. People don't like to hear honesty, but at some point in time, you're going to hear it. I'd rather you hear it in the beginning, get the hurt out the way. I once before I heard Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, say a lie. To tell the truth is like a knife wound. It hurts. She said, but it's a clean wound. You stick the knife in, you pull the knife out. She said a lie is like being stabbed with a dull, jagged knife, and you work it going back and forth. It hurts a lot longer, and it takes a lot longer and a lot more effort to heal. I heard her say that years ago, and it just stuck with me, and that's why I'm an honest guy. Tell me the truth. I can live with it, because the truth is the truth. Just because you say 2 plus 2 is 4 don't mean, I may not like 4, but it's the truth. That's what it is. And no matter which way you look at it, it's still going to be 4. So if I say 2 plus 2 is 5, and 5 years later come back and say I lied, 2 plus 2 is 4, you're going to say, well, why you didn't tell me that 5 years ago? So I just choose to try to be honest up front. at the beginning. And then let's take it. Let's be honest and talk, and let's take it where it's going to go. So, in this whole thing about life, when they say build a life that you don't need a vacation from, I know a lot of people, they go, oh, I hate this job. I need a vacation. I get a week. I'm about to go here, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, whatever. I'm about to go because it's just stressing me out. They say 87% of the people that work don't like their job. Why would you stay at a job that you don't like? You have a choice. Go someplace you do like, start your own, do something. I spent 10 hours a day, 8 to 10 hours a day as a mechanic, auto mechanic, and I hated it. I hated every second of it. I would find a reason to not go to work. If the wind was blowing too hard, hey, I cannot make it in, the wind blowing too hard. You know what I mean? I hated it. Whereas owning my own business, I ventured into the unknown because when I opened up a personal training studio 25 years ago, I knew nothing and the world knew nothing about personal training. But I looked around at my surroundings as a mechanic and I knew where my life was going to end up. I see these guys, 60, 70, broken down, smelling like grease nonstop because you had your hand in grease for 50 years. I didn't want my life to be that way. I refused to die or get old doing something like that. I just could not make that. I couldn't do it, So I decided to take a chance and open up my own. And thus far, it's been one of the highlights of my life. It's been one of the greatest things that I've ever done in my life. And it was done not knowing if it was going to make it or not, because I knew nothing about running a business. I have no high school education. I have no college education. And I knew nothing about personal training. So I didn't know. I just knew I loved helping people. I've been around enough places. I've seen it done wrong and I've seen it done right. Let me eliminate some of the wrong and enhance some of the right. Now I got a chance. It's been a very, very hard road, a lot of ups and downs. It was not easy, and it's not easy now. But hey, my worst day doing what I love to do was better than my best day doing what I hated to do. I know that's a lot you probably didn't get, but it's pretty slick on my part to say that. But my worst day has been better than days when I hated going to work. I mean, I was making money, but I hated it. I absolutely, positively hated it. And that's nothing against mechanics. If you're a mechanic and you love it, hey, more power to you. Go ahead. So when I talk about life, building a life that you don't need a vacation from, I look and I grew up in the inner city of Inglewood, where 98% of the people don't make it out. They dead or in prison. And trust me, most of my friends I grew up with are dead or in prison. It's a very accurate number. It's probably a little bit higher. So to live in a nice house in Homewood, to own a business in Homewood, to be with the person that I love, even though she gets on my nerves sometimes, these are things that I don't need to go somewhere to look for happiness to get away from it. I'm happy and grateful every day that I open my eyes and I'm able to see the person next to me and I'm able to come to my own business. I'm able to go downstairs and eat a nice healthy breakfast in my own house. I don't need a vacation from that. It's the thing that I dreamed of as a kid. Matter of fact, I didn't dream of it because it was just too far-fetched. But it's something that I enjoy every day. So I don't need a vacation from my life. I just need to wake up and continue to do what I'm doing. So that's why what I do is the first thing when my eyes open, I'll give thanks to God. And whether you believe in God, Allah, whoever, give thanks. I wake up every day and I give thanks because I'm living a life that judges, police, teachers, parole officers, all of them told me, you'll be dead before you're 18. That's guaranteed. I'm 56 years old, so every day that I've lived past 18 has been a victory for me. I don't need a vacation from that. So every time I hear somebody saying they need a vacation from their life, I always think to myself, why don't you build a better life? I mean, you don't have to be with that person. You don't have to work that job you hate. You don't have to live in that area that you live that you hate to go to. You don't have to do those things. It's all about choices. Most people would rather be satisfied with regrets later than make choices to live a great life now. So I made the choice to go for what I feel would give me the life that I deserve, the life that I wanted, the life that I desired. And thus far, it has been that. And I don't see it getting worse. I see it getting better. So, to all the people that need a vacation from their life, from their spouse or their job or whatever, I say you don't really need a vacation. You need to build a better life. You need to make better choices. You need to do things that every day brings a smile to your face and excitement to your heart. You don't need a vacation because guess what? After 7 days away, the same things you hated, they're still there waiting on you when you get back. Okay, so fix. Make better choices in your life. Build a life that you're happy with, and you don't have to try to run away from it for 7 days. You look forward to every day that you get up. So that was one of the things that I thought about today, this morning actually, when I was meditating, and that was just one of the things I wanted to pass on. So until next week, get another podcast in. This is your man, Sir-Earl. I'm signing out. Peace out. Don't forget to check out the other social media platforms either, all right? Later.